myself though. Let it rock too. Let it rock. Hey. Vito is too legit, but I'm still with the foolish shit. You niggas ain't doing shit. Me and my niggas went through the shit. Me and my niggas took losses, came back like some bosses. My niggas is too legit. My niggas is too legit. Me and my niggas is too legit. Vito is too legit, but I'm still with the foolish shit. You niggas ain't doing shit. Me and my niggas went through the shit. Me and my niggas took losses, came back like some bosses. My niggas is too legit. My niggas is too legit. Me and my niggas is too legit. New fit, new shoes, watch you steppin'. I'ma get bread to the day that I die, and it's not a discussion. You niggas say you be drumming, but that is not a percussion. I'll make the middleman rush him, only if my adrenaline rushing. I knew a crack addict who addicted to painkillers, he'd get him and crush him. It's sniffy sniffy, then he start getting dizzy. Young Vito, yes sir, he a businessman, and you know he be getting busy. You gotta focus on what benefits me. Came a long way from pinching pennies. Who on war with the best? Who on war with a vet? Pop out with my new ice, shoulda wore the baguettes. Little niggas caught a couple stomach shots, shoulda wore his new vest. By my lonely trying to get a check, first rule never get attached. Yeah, I was a household name way before the internet. Lost some niggas to them synthesis, got some niggas in the grave, shit ain't been the same, smoking reminiscing them. Felt a lot of niggas change, gotta close my circle, keep them at a distance then. Gotta keep them at a distance then. Yeah, Vito is too legit, but I'm still with the foolish shit. You niggas ain't doing shit. Me and my niggas went through the shit. Me and my niggas took losses, came back like some bosses. My niggas is too legit. My niggas is too legit. Me and my niggas is too legit. Vito is too legit, but I'm still with the foolish shit. You niggas ain't doing shit. Me and my niggas went through the shit. Me and my niggas took losses, came back like some bosses.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode, another dope episode on Herm Radio. We at episode number 21, man. What you just heard was H Vito with Too Legit. Look out for him. He got a release coming really soon. ACEVITO. But tonight, man, we got a really dope MC, rapper, artist coming out the East Coast, coming out of Mass, man. His name is Will EsCargo. What's up, Will EsCargo?
Oh, what up, man? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, bro. Thank you for coming on, man.
For sure, man.
Absolutely, man. How are you feeling today, man?
All right, man.
Absolutely. So the way that we do on Herm Radio, we like to get right into kind of a song, kind of see your style as an artist and whatnot. So what song do you want to hear first from your catalog?
Fly Away.
Fly Away?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Featuring Miss Boom Bap, right?
Yeah. He's actually the producer.
Produced by Miss Boom Bap, MZ
Yeah.
Boom Bap. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man. Let's get right into it.
Right, man.
I wanna fly away. 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 I might just pray, hoping for a brighter day. Sometimes I'm so low, I wanna fly away. But let me ask you, God, where do I fly to? I could be in the sky and still not changing my view. Maybe a mind state, I try to leave the darkness, but I'm more like the Venoms and I am the Peter Parkers. I be the sharpest that may lead to my downfall, exposing the truth that's around y'all. But, dear God, can you please give me my held back? Yo, you can hear my pain throughout. I know you felt that. To rewind time, I would trade anything for it. Never been through health struggles, so many things foreign. Sick of routine where I leave the crib at 7. Yo, my life a hell, will I make my way to heaven? I got food on the table and yet still I want more. Trying to find escape, wasting my time at encore. I might just pray, hoping for a brighter day. And sometimes I'm so low, I wanna fly away. But let me ask you, God, where do I fly to? I could be in the sky and still not changing my view. I might just pray, hoping for a brighter day. And sometimes I'm so low, I wanna fly away. But let me ask you, God, where do I fly to? I could be in the sky and still not changing my view. Trying to find a way where I can monetize, so I don't gotta be stuck forever at this 9 to 5. Yo, I'm kinda nice. Yo, my glass is half empty. I'm still grateful for the blast the past sent me. Some live in bubbles of self-image not real. And me, I'm not so practical, pursuing ideal. Tired of rat racing, always getting last place. And now my mama pressing me, wish I could press the backspace. Make the most of life, cause shoot, I was just near death. Yo, folks don't understand, they haven't dealt with that fear yet. You got these people that don't like me being ethical. If ethical will stop their money, then it's unacceptable. Some goofy people wanna tell me that I'm depressed, but they avoid the truth, living life like it's recess. Look around me, how can I not be stressed? BS, filling up my life, leaving me sleepless. I might just pray, hoping for a brighter day. And sometimes I'm so low, I wanna fly away. But let me ask you, God, where do I fly to? I could be in the sky, it's still not changing my view. I might just pray, hoping for a brighter day. And sometimes I'm so low, I wanna fly away. But let me ask you, God, where do I fly to? I could be in the sky, it's still not changing my view. Yo, I wanna fly away. 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 Yo, I wanna fly away.
Yeah, that joint's real dope, man. I like that one, man. Nice vibe to it. So tell us more about that joint. What was the inspiration about that? What does it mean to fly away?
So yeah, I just MZ Boom Bap. He's a dope kind of '90s producer from Portugal, and I've been following him, and he's worked with a bunch of dope artists, and it was just really when I heard that joint, it just gave me kind of just made me kind of think of escapism, just the feel of the beat. And at the time, I was kind of honestly, at the time when I had bought the beat from him, I was kind of like addicted to going to Encore and just playing poker. So I kind of just, and I think that was kind of just the whole vibe, you know what I mean? And that's why I said like wasting my time at Encore, and it was just yeah, just kind of like thinking about work and shit, just not wanting to totally, you know what I mean? Going to work, wanting to find escape or whatever. But I think that we all have our vices,
Yeah.
That's what really.
That's absolutely the case, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So tell us about Will EsCargo, man. What does that name mean, and who is Will EsCargo as an artist?
Yeah. So I had a bunch of names in the past that I kind of went by, but it was really, I was really just looking for something that had an O at the end, and I was trying to tag. That's why like initially my avatar was like a do not enter sign with the EsCargo in graffiti, and I was going, what I mean, I just wanted like something sound ill, and I think I must have been listening to Biggie that day, when Hypnotized like EsCargo, my cargo, one. So I was like, yo, that just fits perfect, so no one's taking that name, especially in today's age where it's like there's so many, every name is taken. You kind of need like two names almost in your name, and you can't just be like, name can't just be like Pain or some shit like that.
Yo, that'd be an ill rapper, man. Yo, Pain. Yeah. Nah, yeah. But yeah, I see what you said. Yeah, Will EsCargo, yep.
Yeah. So, and then that kind of just stuck, and I was like, yo, that has a decent ring to it. It almost sounds like Nas Escobar, you know what I mean? So, of course, Nas is one of my biggest influences, so.
Okay. Absolutely, mine as well, man.
Yeah.
So like, how long you been rapping?
Since I was 1999, probably, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so 20 plus years, yeah. So really, that's when I remember just first writing a rhyme then, and like so, like I think a lot of these kids, like I didn't really start putting the stuff out until what, 3 years ago. 2 years ago. I should have been putting it out, but I think it was just more I'd hit the studio and they just weren't mixing it right or whatever, and I was just like, nah, I don't really like the way that sounds, and I just didn't really. I was talking to someone else about this where it's like sometimes if you don't have things totally set up in like a factory type of way where you can just get the music right, get your YouTube set up and put it all out there. Sometimes you just don't do it. You know what I mean? But when it's kind of like, okay, this is a very smooth system, smooth kind of like way, you know what I mean? It just makes it easier where it's hard to get started sometimes, So I just kind of didn't get started, and then it wasn't until I was finally set up and I started learning how to mix.
Yeah.
I actually started to, put stuff out and just felt comfortable doing that. But think that's why some people might be like, oh, like I never heard of you. You just came out the gate. Like, nah, I've been putting in work. So I think that some people just like think they can become overnight, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like I know that all of us, like even you, it's like you can hear the years that everyone puts in. You didn't just like pick up a pen. Like some of these,
Absolutely.
yeah, some of these kids don't get that. They're just like, oh, you know what I mean? I should be able to do that. Like,
Let me
nah.
ask you this: what's the importance or the benefit of like knowledge on mixing and engineering if you're an artist?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think when I first started, I mean, I was going to the studio 2014, 2015, and I just remember like when I first got there, like obviously, me growing up hearing Nas and all that, I just thought that I go to the studio and it would sound like not like me being naive, it would sound like Illmatic
Yeah.
or it would have the same texture or like a Ready to Die, you know what I mean? But in reality, it's like you have to figure out what you want your sound to be like. A lot of people they need to figure out their voice. Like, okay, does my voice sound good if it's high, if it's really just the highs, or does my voice is it because what I mean? Do I need to put more lows into my voice? And it's like you need to figure that out. And when I was going to the studio, I guess part of it I wasn't the most satisfied, but it wasn't. I realize now it's like it wasn't the engineer's fault. He's just there to, on an hourly basis. He's not going to spend the time to do that TLC. You got to figure that out on your own. You know what I mean? Like what your sound is. Like I'm sure, like you hear when I hear Kendrick, he obviously with him and Ali,
Ali, yep.
they're fire, and I'm sure that they've kind of really figured out like what their sound should be like. If they need to put reverb or delays on their, you know what I mean, and like how they want their sound to really, if it's an atmospheric sound or whatever it is, but they want to figure that out because that's like, you know what I mean, that's how you cook a meal, it's like that's your taste, that's your flavor, like if you're just, you know what I mean, I think that's what's important about if you really want to be an artist, you know what I mean, you need to like know that, instead of just wanting someone else to kind of just cookie cutter method it for you.
So important. So important.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to talk to you more about this song, but let's go ahead. Let's get right back into some music, man, because I was really liking that last song I heard. I want to hear some more. So, what would you like for me to play next?
Drunken Monk.
Drunken Monk. All right. Give us a brief intro about this. You said Drunken Monk, not Monk, but Drunken Monk.
Yeah, Drunken Monk. Yeah.
All right.
Drunken Monk was just. I mean, I know Danny Brown, Sean Price had used the instrumental before, but I kind of just like the way it made me feel. Sometimes I feel like I might be a little too rigid. Where if you remember, if you know anything about like drunken kung fu,
yeah,
kung fu is very rigid, but drunken style is kind of just more free flowing. It kind of just the transitions are much smoother. So that's kind of how I was flowing on this too. And then with the video, I kind of just spliced in some Jackie Chan. Was it Drunken Master? The movie, yeah. So I spliced in some of that, and then also Shaolin joint, or same shit. You know what I mean? Where they get drunk and they're just more free flowing with the style. You know what I mean? So
this is a video you put together?
Yeah, someone else filmed it.
Okay.
I spliced in some when he gave me back the footage. I just spliced in some kung fu flicks.
All right, cool, man, cool. All right, let's get right into this. So it's called Drunken Monk by Will EsCargo, Herm Radio. Let's go.
That Drunken Monk shit. Yo. Drunken Monk style. Yo. Giving you the view like in your reach to achieve all shit. Your vision merely a peephole like 85. Yo, you know what? Fuck that.
Yo, fuck that. Flip that shit, son.
Giving you the view like it's a see-through, a peephole shit. No wonder Shaq missing free throws like 99% of people. We're just zombies at a wake. My man falling asleep though. Shh, night owls ain't write letters unlike vowels. Moving up in the charts to white power. On the other hand, why am I carrying rubber bands? Cause I'm getting cash. If you hustle, you understand. Never settle, I'm always on the road. School on the road. Roulette on the road. I
put the woman to sleep. Netflix and chill, yo, now she wanna boogie with me and do yeoman's work 24/6. I grew trees, never mind, work body, mind like Bruce Lee. Healing my life, yo, I'm under hypnosis. Yo, soak this in, taking moderate doses. Reach out to sing while they puffin' their ganja. Take him to a higher state, up in Nirvana. No need to take in every single thing I'm saying, my man. Yo, take it with a grain of salt, the Himalayan. Get off my dick, please, be ease up off me. Where'd you learn that move, girl? Teach me diet, naturopathic medicine is dying down, but I got the light, I'm Edison. Too hot, leave a firefighter and charcoal activated like I'm caffeinated with dark roast activated. I'm talking epigenetics to Dr. Angelov, I'm forever indebted. Manuka, honey, the truth to suit your tummy. I mentioned at the mansion, I'll boost your bunny. Shit, got me rhyming like a Jimmy Smith Jr. Yo, why so serious? I spit the wit humor, yo, my flow furious. I kick it with boomers, copping beat pollen while watering tree violence. Me, my kids will go pro, get recorded, never putting the bricks except for brick and mortar. Yo, some strictly do the online route, but I'm sick of always sitting down on my couch. So I'm getting up, yes, I'm getting up, yes, I'm getting up, yes, I'm getting up. Yeah. Hey, yo, rap my pleasure, my craft be acupressure. Heads tuned in, I'm a grab professor. Another Lenny Cook, full-time Denny's cook. Cause ain't no such thing, yo, as a semi-crook.
Yeah, I mess with the vibe, man. I like that joint, man.
Word, thanks, man.
Yeah, so your style, man, like the flow, what you was talking about, the work that it takes, you know what I mean? Like I can hear it. I can hear what you're talking about with like every bar, every piece of a bar is like in the, I don't know if what the right word is, the cadence to your voice is like, you can tell it's like it's trained and deliberate to a certain place, like that creates the flow, which is your flow, you know what I mean? So
Word, thank you.
The way that you attack the beat and you like ride in the rhythm, I can definitely hear what you're talking about, man. So tell us about that track. You was also dropping some information, you know what I mean? You talking about activated charcoal, you know what I mean? You're shouting out some doctor, I don't know. Tell us more about all that.
Yeah, so I actually I've been going through like certain just health issues that like Western medicine doesn't understand. So I figured out that it was mercury poisoning, and I just really, after that I started really studying just kind of natural supplements instead of taking just pills and stuff like that. So that's where the activated charcoal, and a bunch of other like milk thistle stuff that helps your liver, to detox and all that. So, and yeah, the doctor, he they really put me onto like meditation, just more of a natural, because Western medicine's more just they just treat symptoms. You know what I mean? They just kind of look at they're just a band-aid. They're not the cure. And the real cure is healing your body, because a lot of your symptoms, if you heal the root cause, that will solve not just that problem that you're dealing with, but something you don't understand. You know what I mean? So that's also part of the whole monk thing too. I just it was going off the just being more natural, herbal, meditative, instead of conforming to Western medicine, Western ideals that aren't always right. You know what I mean? So so that's what that's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Western medicine, man, it's like everything is about covering up. It's like you take a medication, anything that is not organically created in the body, or it's synthetic and it's foreign to the body. It's like it can't assimilate properly in the body. You know what I mean?
Right,
so that's why a lot of people, they shun natural medicines and stuff like that. But it's like these are things that the body can actually has proven to work with for like hundreds of years. You know what I mean? But yeah, like
Right,
me,
right,
I don't take ibuprofen. I don't take nothing, man, because it's like
right.
it only covers it up and it creates other issues. So not only does it
Exactly.
not fix the root cause, like you said, but it
Yeah.
also will create other issues like maybe dependency,
Totally.
other stuff. I was off enough medications growing
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean? That it's like I'm still
Yeah.
dealing with the health, still trying to detox.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me
Totally,
ask you
man.
this. So you said mercury poison. I've heard of that before. Like, is that something that you got from just natural living or from like food that you ate? And like, how do you?
Uh,
What kind of supplements do you take, and would you recommend that like help the average human being?
yeah, so that was actually from I mean, I think it's a number of things too that I've learned. It's probably some of it's genetic where my liver is not detoxing fully, but also I had they're called amalgam fillings. They're the silver fillings in your teeth.
Yeah,
They're the black ones. Right now, a lot of people are, I mean, I think they've kind of discontinued. Like my dentist, he put that in my mouth when I was 8. You're not supposed to get that in your mouth when you're 8. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be when you're fully grown, you get that because then your body's be able to detox that. But when you put that in when you're 8, it basically what it does, it substitutes itself in places that calcium is supposed to go or other minerals are supposed to go. It literally takes the place of that. So like you're not even my bones aren't even you know what I mean certain things aren't even growing properly. But yeah, so anybody that has them, get them taken out, get them replaced with white fillings immediately
so you're
because
talking about the fillings, like
yeah,
yeah, because I got a bunch of them, man.
the black ones.
Not black, they're like the silverish. You
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah. You need to get them taken out, bro.
get them taken out.
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends. Obviously, for some people, it depends. You know what I mean? Like my mom still has them in her mouth, but I'm sure that you know what I mean. There's just certain ailments that you probably don't know.
Yeah,
For me, it was really obvious just because you know what I mean. But yeah. So
it's no doubt hurting our bodies.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. Like
Yeah,
you were saying, all these things in general, people are just starting to figure out now. You know, like, oh, don't take these drugs. Why don't you tell me this when, you know, back in 2010, you know, but now, you know what I mean? So I think that people just didn't care. Like, it was really just based on capitalism. They're just, you know what I mean? Whatever was cost efficient or whatever, you know?
yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
man. The pharmaceutical company gets like, and doctors make money and work together off of us being sick, off of us going to them
Totally.
and continue. If we go to them and they fix, that's like a mechanic. If you go to
Exactly.
you got a good mechanic, they're gonna fix it. Like I got you, don't worry about it. If you come back, you need anything, I got you for free anyway, because I give you my word. Most
Right,
mechanics
right.
aren't like that. They're gonna
Right,
do a
right.
little thing here, a little thing there, so that you keep coming back.
That's what
Like
it is.
if you've had family members in the hospital, like even way before this whole situation, it's like, man, this practices that's going on is just questionable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yo, let's get
It's
into
the,
some more music, man. I'm sorry, what were you saying? I'll finish what you was
all
gonna
right,
say.
word.
My
No,
fault.
just you were saying because you know the treatments it creates more income, whereas a cure it's you know you're done. So yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely, man. Very true.
yeah.
All right, let's get into some more music. I'm liking everything I'm hearing so far, man.
All right, word.
What do you want to hear next?
I think my most popular joint is "In Your Ear."
All right, I got it right here. So give us a
Yeah.
brief intro to In Your Ear.
Um, I had written. I mean, a lot of times when I'm writing certain songs, I'll write them to like certain instrumentals, the artists, and I think I was just listening to "The World Is Yours" by Nas. It just kind of gave me a vibe to it, but this is really just you know just golden age me just trying to just get lyrical and just be on point with it. It's not you know what I mean nothing too deep, but just rhyming and just over a beat that I think I really like the beat because I made it and I was like yo that's a dope flip or whatever and I was like let me get on this you know so
So you produce this?
yeah
All right, word. Good to know, man. So you made this beat. It's called In Your Ear. Will EsCargo. Let's go. Herm Radio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in your ear like Q-tip. Schoolboy Q shit. I'm in your ear if you's a cute chick. And I'm in your ear if your heart right. Yo, don't always gotta fit the bill. Caught right, I'm Dark Knight. Still see me on the IG, I'm on the rise beat. Watch the world supersize me, make my head bigger. Turn it to megastar, take my talent to South Beach. What up the Levitard? My head big, cause y'all are in my ear. Yes, man, telling me all I wanna hear. So I keep no men around me, it's just women. Everyone yells Jordan, I yell Pippin in Hell's Kitchen. Cook or get casserole. They pray I pour my heart out so they can grab our gold. But if you know me well, you know the mind is where I keep it. It's also in your mind, dig deep, you'll find a secret. I'm in your ear. I'm in your ear. I'm in your ear. I'm in your oh like misinfo. So bet I'm in your ear. I'm in your ear like Jackson. I'm in your ear like Bolton. I'm in your ear like Jordan. I'm in your ear like Tyson. I'm in your air like Cloud Data or Al Qaeda. My enemy close to sun. He be my pal later. Out for the extras. Heroes go extra hard. Providing you some extra lines like a Escobar to Econ. Major dropout with study some econ. Use the web to get the point D. The young phenom. But where my uncle been? He out in the Northwest, dropping knowledge on my cousin twins. I'm back east, fast life running like track meets. Get chiseled, every woman trying to attract me. Don't track me, it's what I tell the engineer. Yo, my pen is here, you can bet I'm in your ear. Haha, I'm in your ear like MJ. Derby and Fenway was on the air like any given Wednesday. Yo, put me on a billboard for real. Yo, got me on a bill to feel more appeal. I'm in your ear. I'm in your ear. I'm in your ear. I'm in your oh like misinfo. So bet I'm in your ear. I'm in your ear like Jackson. I'm in your ear like Bolton. I'm in your ear like Jordan. I'm in your ear like Tyson. I'm in your ear. I'm in your ear. I'm in your oh like misinfo. So bet I'm in your ear. I'm in your ear like Jackson. I'm in your ear like Bolton. I'm in your ear like Jordan. I'm in your ear like Tyson.
Yeah, man, you gotta make beats more often, man. That beat was crazy. That song was crazy, man.
All right, thanks, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like that beat, man. It was like a soul sample.
Yeah. I think it was Gladys Knight. No. Was it Gladys Knight? Somebody, yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong with a Gladys Knight sample.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Tell us about that one. I think that was In Your Ear CDs. That's in was that in Brighton?
Yeah. Right off Com Ave near BU.
Cool, man. So what's the inspiration behind that song? What was that song about?
Yeah. Again, it was just kind of me spitting, just bars, I guess. I think I just focused more on the and just the rhyme patterns. So yeah. I mean, I think it was more of a homage to Nas.
No
Like I
doubt.
talked about yeah.
No doubt.
So yeah, just yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I love producing. You know what I mean? I think sometimes, like, definitely before, it was a lot of times when making beats. When I first started, maybe out of every 10 beats, I make like 1 or 2 that I was happy with. Now it's more on the side of like 8. You know what I mean? I just think with time, I just got better with that, and I started making beats in like 2007, 2008. You know what I mean? So it was really just like, we're talking about earlier, whatever. But you really just got to put in the hours, So yeah, you know what I mean. So I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing I got from talking with you, man. Is like you seems like it's a recurring theme in your artistry is that like, yo, this is work. This is something
Yeah.
I've developed. You know what I mean? Kind of like you
Yeah.
talked about the Junkie Master. It's kind of like a style. You know what I mean? Like you got to
Yeah.
develop a martial art. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It takes time or any type of practice.
Right. No, you're right, and I think that the younger kids, because we're in that same boat or whatever, but I think we were kind of, I mean, even older than us, they understand what it is to put in that work. I think the younger kids with immediate gratification, everybody just wants things now.
Yeah.
They don't understand that whole developing your craft. You know what I mean, and honing your style. They don't get that. It's just kind of like, you know.
I think that's changing though. I think it's
Yeah.
coming back around to people
Word.
want people that's more knowledgeable, more experienced. Like me myself, Scarface, listening to Scarface is like it's like I learn things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I think people are gonna need and want that type of thing. So it's like, and also just that vibe. You can't always just be on that one vibe. We need the collection of different vibes, and that's one thing that more golden era hip hop always brings to the table is a plethora of different sounds and different styles. You know what I mean? Originality.
Right. For sure. Yeah.
Cause like you bring originality. Yo, all right. So I gotta tell you this, man. I gotta I gotta get up out of here soon, right? So I
Yeah.
wanna I want to play one more song, and then I want to ask you some questions. Then we're gonna be out.
Okay. Cool.
So, like, what track? What is like a track that everybody gotta hear by you?
I think I played those three, but I'll do "Smooth Butter" as the last one.
Smooth Butter.
Yeah, because
Alright.
that seems to be the other one that's kind of popular amongst people.
And let's get a brief intro to that song.
Yeah. So what's crazy is about that album. I had like 8 joints. 7 of them I had kind of just figured out. I wanted to write a story, but this one was mostly I heard the sample. I really wanted to get busy on it. So it was more just a vibe, and it was just kind of me feeling it out. And I've noticed that like sometimes now when I vibe out more, it creates for good music rather than just trying to be too cerebral with it. You know what I mean? You really feel the music instead of just thinking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
All right. So, and did you
Alright.
produce this?
Yeah. It was just a loop though. It wasn't like
Okay.
chopping up any sample. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, man. Finding the loop, man. That's sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah. True.
All right. Let's get right into it. Will EsCargo, Smooth Butter.
Word.
Smooth butter on your toast right here. Yo, what up the maestro? I'm coming with the nitro. Listen, ran few kids listening, still be glistening, shining. And I don't gotta be the star, I'm no Jack Nicholson. Signing, son, go get your pen. I've been writing like I'm Dante. I seen bait, I'm serving entrees. I be your primary doctor, kid. Call me Andre. I make you rain. Go get your ponchos. I'm David Blaine. Never been a John Doe. Rhyme in the dungeon. A cop for production. And I show up live at your function. Live at the barbecue. Going back to the grill again. Feeling it, billing this part of you a whole lot of things. You can't box me in. You can't justify me. Let the talk begin. You can't justify me. I can't stop the sins. There ain't no other option. You, I got to win. Smooth butter. Smooth butter on your toast right here. Smooth butter on your toast right here. Become the Messiah, not so I can look down, but rather bring the people higher. Grabbing Panasonic, cinematic color grading, have a Marvel at it, fan of comics. Yo, rock steady, deep down. I'm like Eddie Brock, a bear, but I'm not Teddy. I'm in your neighborhood, but I ain't that friendly. Most times, mean face, take a look. Chicks try checking me out. I'm past due, don't need the math. Read the book of Matthew. I'm passing you. Big dude, set the pick. I get set, lights out, Petrovich. One. Smooth butter. Smooth butter. Smooth butter. Smooth butter on your toast right here. right? So smooth butter on your toast, right? Right? So smooth butter on your toast, right? Right? So smooth butter on your toast, on your toast, on your toast. Smooth butter on your toast, right? Right? So smooth butter on your toast, right? Right? So smooth butter on your toast, right? Right? So smooth butter on your toast, on your toast, on your toast. Smooth butter on your toast, right? Right? So smooth butter on your toast, right?
Yeah, well, another real dope joint, man. Nice vibe to that one as well, man.
Thank you, man.
And it's like a whole, it's like, hold on, stop playing real quick. Yeah, the video and everything, it's like a whole aesthetic kind of like creating a feel to it. You know what I mean? Like you guys did a real good job. I think it's probably you, like from because I know you made the beat, probably got the creative vision with the video. So yeah, I think it's like what you got going on, the overall vibe and the art behind Will EsCargo, like that's good. That's really good, man. And the work shows.
Word, thank you, man.
Cause I be telling everybody it's like a brand, having a brand and a name around the brand or a brand around the name is like everything. And so yeah, I like the brand that I'm seeing today and hearing.
Word, thank you, man.
Yeah, I want to ask you before we go right quick. I've been asking people this. What's your top 5 hip hop influences?
Did they have to be rap? Can I do rappers and producers?
Yeah, that's hip hop. Whatever, it could be an actor, whatever. Just in hip hop.
Oh, okay. Definitely Nas. Ghostface. Here's the things. I would say in terms of rapping, I'll say these 6. Is when I think of just the style and just totally just the style. Nas, Ghostface, Ray, so verbal intercourse trio. But in terms of the content and kind of message, I gotta go Common, Mos Def, and Talib. You know, the trio. So yeah, it's kind of like using the style of Nas, Ghost, Ray, but the content, the message is most Common, Talib. You know what I mean?
Word. Yo, and I'm my fault. Go ahead.
Just producers, I gotta go. Premier, Pete Rock, you know what I mean? Alchemist, Ninth Wonder, Dilla, and probably RZA, you know what I mean? So that's 6 though, but yeah, that's kind of my.
Damn, man. Yeah, nah. If some of those people work together too, like those 2 groups and those 2 producers, like that'd be amazing right there. But yeah, that's a good list right there. Yo, man, I apologize, man, because to be honest with you, I wish that I could stay and talk with you more because man, we talked about health, we talked about everything. It was we really went over a lot, and I would actually like to have you come back on, but I actually gotta go somewhere, man, because it's like I have something I gotta do, man.
Yeah,
so I gotta get up out of here, bro. But I want you to come back on at some point, man. You know what I mean?
For sure, get me on, bro.
But I want to ask you this. Let everybody know and reiterate, like, where can everybody find you? What projects you got coming out, and where should people look for you at?
Word. My Facebook is at Ill Will EsCargo. I don't really use the Facebook that much. I'm really on Twitter. It's also at Will EsCargo, but not on Twitter that much. I'm just really on Instagram. So you can find me there at WillEsCargo. Find me on YouTube as well, Spotify, iTunes, and I got my plan right now is to kind of release more singles every week, and then I got like 6 other albums in the works. Some of them are 100% done, some of them are like 70% done, but I think the goal right now is obviously just to try to keep maintaining. I don't know if you're into. You heard of Russ?
Yeah, the rapper singer Russ.
Yeah.
I got to get more into the music. I respect him more as a person, what he says and whatnot.
Right. Same here for sure. And I was just kind of like looking at his method. His method, I mean, he released like 11 albums in 3 years.
Damn.
Anywhere, it was like 4,000 fans. He was saying, but he was like, I got to change it up. And then he started doing a single every week. And
He said release those singles like every single's an album.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then because you think about it, it's the same shit. It's like if it's 52 songs with 3-4 albums a year, but instead it's really just you're always in the rotation of someone's playlist or whatever every week, instead of like disappearing for 3 months. You know what I mean? Then you have, you know what I mean? So that's how you kind of get on. And then if you want to release albums, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, people aren't really gonna sit through a whole album if they don't really know you like that. You know what I mean? Or you don't have that type of draw yet, you know? So
Very true.
yeah.
Those are gems, Will
Yeah.
EsCargo. All right, man. We got to be out, yo, but it was a pleasure talking to you, man. Definitely
Definitely.
check out Will EsCargo, WILLESCARGO, on all platforms, YouTube. We got a bunch of dope videos. And definitely we're gonna be checking for you. I'm gonna reach out to you another time to get your tracks so that we could just put them in rotation and all that type of stuff, man. Appreciate you for coming on, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
Right. Definitely. Let me give a shout out to Mike Rogers real quick.
Yeah, what up, Mike Rogers, man?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Most definitely,
All right,
man. Have a
All right,
good
peace.
one, man. One love. All right.
All right, you too, man.
And we out.